I remember a while back I was here with my old camo Coleman bike. Ended up selling that thing. I might sell this one too. I'm not fully sure yet, because I kind of just want to have one mini bike. So I might sell two of them, keep one, keep whichever one is my favorite or whatever. So yeah, I took off the rear chain guard for obvious reasons. Took off the clutch cover for obvious reasons, because it's a lot easier to have everything open so I can adjust stuff, tighten things, oil the chains and whatnot. It's just so annoying because every time you have to take this off or that off, it's just more crap. It makes it take twice as long because it's just more bolts to take off, and then you got to put it back on. Like if everything's just open like this, then you know, it takes like 10 seconds. I just go grab the oil and just put a little lube on the chain, you know, lube the clutch. This washer is like bent. Weird. Yeah, so I get or if I gotta like tighten this, because this tends to go loose a lot. You know, like it almost fell off a couple of times. It was like all the way out to here. I was like, what the hell? Why didn't the chain fall off? Yeah, lubing and tightening stuff when it's all out in the open like this takes like 10 seconds compared to like 10 minutes just taking the stupid covers off. And this exhaust had a cover on it. It had a heat cover. I think it actually had two. But I ended up taking them off because I don't know why. I just wanted it to be more naked. It just felt unnecessary. It's not like my leg is gonna touch this stupid thing anyway. Like it basically just makes it so you have less chance of burning yourself. But I had two layers. I took both of them off, and now this is just the naked muffler pretty much. Other than that, like I haven't really done anything to this bike other than putting this Predator motor on it with a 10-tooth clutch. Everything else is stock. Took the rear fender off because I think it looks better. Oh. Now on this side, it's pretty much self-explanatory, nothing going on. I don't even know how long I've had this thing. Like almost a year? I don't remember. But this is the last big mini bike I'm gonna get. It's probably gonna be the last mini bike in general that I get, because as much as I like these things, they're just too much of a chore to work on. It's way too much maintenance. And my biggest thing I can't stand the most is adjusting the chain, trying to get the chain aligned properly so it stops falling off. But overall, it's just too much maintenance. So like, that's why I figured I'm just gonna keep one mini bike, sell this one and the other one, see what the hell I can get out of those. And then if I were to ever get another bike like this, it'd probably just be a pit bike, like the Coolster 125cc or the 105cc, whatever it is. I'd probably get a pit bike like that You know, because that has the front and rear suspension, and it goes a lot faster without doing any modifications at all. I think it tops out at like around 40 miles an hour, which would be perfect to keep up with all the people in my group if I ever go on group rides. Because a lot of people in my mini bike group, they don't just use mini bikes. A lot of them use pit bikes too, for obvious reasons, because it's just more comfortable with the front and the rear suspension. And not to mention, like, they just have a much higher top speed without doing any modifications to it. You know, so the pit bikes are just better off overall for going on-road and off-road. They're faster, and you don't have to do anything. That's just how it is straight out of the box. With these mini bikes, if you want to have that kind of experience, you want to have like the suspensions on them, you want them to go faster, all this bull crap, you have to invest even more money in all of these aftermarket parts, like the aftermarket engine, aftermarket suspension, and different sprockets and all this crap. You have to modify the engine and all this, you know, get performance kits, and it just turns into a big hassle. It ends up turning into this huge project that takes a while, and not to mention you end up spending a lot more money, because the mini bikes, the whole point of mini bikes is it's cheap fun. You can get a brand new mini bike like this. Well, you can get the smaller ones for like as low as like $250 to $300. This one I got for $449. But the small ones you can easily find for like $300, sometimes even less if they're on sale, like probably $250. The lowest I've seen them was $250 online. I got this one online, and I think all the rest of them I got were in the store. So I just picked them up like straight in the store, and I put them together in the parking lot and rode them home. It only takes like 20 minutes to put them together. It's not that big of a deal. But when you start modifying these things and like really trying to get the most out of them, it doubles the cost. Like, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of it being a cheap little, you know, fun thing to do when you're bored. It starts getting pricey. So that's why in that case, if you're going to be spending that kind of money trying to, you know, get that kind of performance out of these bikes, you're better off just putting all that money that you normally put into buying the bike and then buying all these performance parts and aftermarket parts and performance kits. You're better off putting all that money into one pit bike, because you can get a pit bike brand new for around the same price. And then you won't have to do any of those modifications. It's straight out of the box, much higher top speed. It's much more comfortable with the suspension. You know, do I really need to say more? Anyway, if I do sell this thing, I mean, it depends. I already put it up, you know, just to see what kind of offers I would get. And I put the other one up. It's like, I mean, if it does sell, it sells. I've sold a bunch of bikes in the past. But if I sell this one, obviously I make more videos. Because I want to sell, I need the money. Really need money. So if I sell both of these, the reason why I need the money out of these is, one, obviously bills, and two, there's this electric scooter, the Jetson Bolt. I want to get that. It looks a lot like the electric scooter that I already have, except it's a much better design, and everything about it is just much better quality. It goes a little bit faster, I think. I've heard it goes up to like 18 or 19 miles an hour if you unlock it, because like it has a stock speed of 15 or 16, but I heard if you download the app, you can adjust the speed and have it go all the way up to like 19 or 18 or something. So that's good. It gets a little bit longer range than mine too, because I think the scooter I have gets up to like maybe 10 or 11 miles before it dies. This one claims it gets up to 15, so it's a little bit better. I figure because they can fit more battery into it, because they don't, you know, because mine has the charger built in. So they took a big chunk out of where the battery is to have a little slot to put the charger in it, because the charger is built in. You just take the charger out of the scooter and plug it directly into the wall. It seems like it was convenient at first, but after a while it's kind of annoying, because it takes forever to unscrew it, open the thing, pull the thing out and plug it into the wall, and then you got to stuff it back in there and then put the thing back on and screw it back on. So honestly, it just seems more like a hassle. I would much rather just carry a separate charger around and just throw it in my backpack, and then it's just so much easier to plug it in and take it out that way. Not to mention, you know, there's more room for more battery because they're not having this whole slot cut out to fit the stupid plug into it. It's basically just bigger battery, so that would explain why it gets a few extra miles of battery compared to mine. But I'm going to keep both anyway. I'm going to keep mine, and then I'm going to get this Jetsons Bolt scooter. It's $2.99 at Costco. I see them everywhere. Like every time I would go to the park, I would go to Walmart, I would see people riding around on the Jetson scooters, and it's like, where do they get those? I want to get one. I only see them online, but apparently Costco is one of the big places where a lot of people are buying them from, and it's because it's the cheapest there. It's $3.50 everywhere else, but it's $2.99 at Costco. So I'm thinking maybe there's a way I can get a trial membership at Costco for like a week or a month or whatever. Be like, hey, I want to try out the stores. Do you have like a trial thing just so I can see if I want to get a membership? And then I can just use that as an excuse. I can go buy the damn thing. I don't know. We'll see. See you, folks.